Hello everyone and welcome to Paul VI Catholic High School in Fairfax, Virginia, where the Panthers are hosting their arch-rival Bishop O'Connell Knights in some early season high school baseball. Christian Sanchez, junior for the Panthers, gets the start, and Tommy O'Donnell for Bishop O'Connell steps in to start off the game, and we are underway at PVI. There is some strong winds here tonight that might come into play, particularly on the outfield fly balls. And that pitch goes for a ball. My name is Michael Shea. We'll be joined a little bit later in the game by Matt Sullivan as we bring you tonight's action. Swinging strike. Big swing from O'Donnell, the right fielder for the Knights. And here's the pitch from Sanchez. And in foul ground, Panther catcher Michael Morgan makes the out. Good defense from Morgan. He came up about halfway up the first base line in foul territory. Very high pop-up, and we have one out. And Jack Profit, the left fielder, now stands in, left-handed hitter against the right-handed throwing Sanchez. He takes the first pitch low for ball one. Bishop O'Connell coming in off of a win on Saturday against St. Mary's Riken, and that broke a losing streak that they were trying to deal with as they began their season. This is only their 7th game of the year. The Panthers, on the other hand, this is their 11th game of the year, and they've done pretty well so far. They won 7 out of 10, although they dropped their game on Saturday, a close match against Gonzaga. Big cut from Profit, but goes for a strike. And that's called strike 2. Sanchez got a pretty compact delivery, and he's shown that one got away from him. I was about to say he's shown good command in his pitches and a pretty good fastball so far, but that one got away from Sanchez. Another swinging strike, and we have 2 away here in the first inning. That'll bring up third baseman Will Liverpool. Good strike at the knees, inside part of the plate. If Sanchez can throw that pitch consistently for strikes, the right-handed hitters are going to find it tough against him. Like an off-speed pitch went high for a ball. Count is even at 1-1. Sharp single to right field. And Liverpool is on with 2 outs. He made the turn at first, but he's at first. Liverpool taking his lead off first. Sanchez delivers a little bit high. This is now the designated hitter, Nick Liverpool. And there's a throw over to first. Good move from Sanchez, as Will Liverpool is able to get back to first base. He's already got dirt on his uniform, and that's always a good sign for a ball player. And that's a called strike. So Liverpool at first, and another Liverpool at the plate here with 2 outs. Top of the first inning. Sanchez, another good move. Throws over. But Will Liverpool's back safely. Both teams can swipe some bases, so we're likely to see both pitchers paying a lot of attention. That's a long drive, left field, and it is gone. Home run, a 2-run shot from Nick Liverpool. 2-out, 2-run home run. And the Knights have jumped out to a 2-0 lead. And PVI hasn't even come to bat yet. And he crosses home plate, and Nick Liverpool comes up big here in the first inning. Very happy Bishop O'Connell. Baseball team now getting back in the dugout. And that'll bring up James DeJulian. DeJulian takes a strike on the first pitch. So Sanchez quickly in a 2-0 hole here. Now just trying to get the third out and get out of this inning, give his team a chance to get up and get the runs back. Well, I would say the players and the fans were already pretty excited before that home run, but they've really stepped it up now. And that gets away, and the throw to first, and the side is retired. But O'Connell strikes first. They're up 2-0 after half inning. We are back for the bottom half of the first. Willie McGugan will step in now for the PVI Panthers. And Will Pickford on the mound, getting the start for the Bishop O'Connell Knights. Called strike. And that ball is low, so ball 1. Pickford can pitch with confidence. His team has already given him a 2-0 lead here in the first inning. Ground ball, second base. There's the throw to first, 1 out here in the bottom half of the first. And that will bring up Tyler Casagrande, center fielder for the Panthers. Good strike at the knees. Pickford shaking off some signs early. Here's the delivery. Just missing the outside part of the plate. And that was a little farther outside. I don't know whether he was trying to throw the same pitch, but kept it for a strike that time, but he missed wide of the plate on that throw. And he misses again, so Casagrande now ahead in the count. And that is high for ball 4. So 1 out walk. Pickford sends Casagrande down to first base, and Michael Morgan, the catcher, will step in for the Panthers. The Panthers start their lineup righty, lefty, righty, so right-handed Will Pickford facing the right-handed batting Michael Morgan. And there's strike one. And a quick throw to first. I suspect that's Pickford's setup move to first. Not a lot of urgency to it. And high pop up. And they can't quite make the grab. A little pop up into foul territory. So Morgan will step back into the box. Casagrande still at first base. We've got one out here in the first. A little bit of a longish lead at first base, and Pickford tosses over there to get him back on the base. Casagrande certainly a threat to steal. And with one out already in the inning, Panthers might want to force the issue and get something going here. Just misses with that pitch. Just outside. Beautiful off-speed pitch, though. And that's in the air. Center fielder makes the grab for the Knights. Peter Kovlevas making the grab. And we're down to 2 out now. Will Salva, one of the seniors on the PVI Panthers. First baseman. Steps in the cleanup hitter. He's got a runner on board, and his team already down by 2 runs. Throw home and a swinging strike. So with 2 down, the runner on first is a little bit less of a concern for Pickford. He can keep his focus on the hitter. And the runner's going, and foul ball. So the runner will return to first base. But Casagrande was in motion, trying to steal second with 2 outs. Put himself in scoring position for the cleanup hitter, Will Salva. So Panthers not backing down despite being down 2 runs already here in the first inning. He's going again. But it's strike 3. Inning over. So after 1, the Knights are up by 2. We are back for the second inning. Kristen Sanchez back out on the mound for the PVI Panthers. Edward Izard is batting for Bishop O'Connell. Ground ball to second base. Good play. So some snappy defense from Jason Volpicelli. Gets the first out of the inning for the Panthers. Jason Volpicelli, one of the seniors on the Panther team. Good running throw. And Edward Izard moves down to first base pretty quickly, so it took a good defensive play. Well, he would have had an infield ground ball hit. Now Peter Cuevas is up. Center fielder for the Knights. One out, nobody on board. Sanchez seems to have settled down after giving up a single and a 2-out home run to Nick Liverpool in the top half of the first. And he's got one out here in the second. Nice strike at the knees. Sanchez has shown he can throw his fastball. He can locate his fastball on the low inside part of the plate against the right-handed hitters. And if he can do that consistently, they're going to have some tough at-bats against him. Cuevas was tempted, but he held off on the swing a little bit high and outside. Foul ball back and out of the way. And that's low in the dirt for ball 4, so runner aboard here in the second. Sorry, Keenan Murphy is coming up to bat. And the Panthers want a moment to talk it over. Pitching coach for the Panthers out on the mound. Checking with Christian Sanchez. They're probably not concerned too much about strategy or tactics in this situation. I think they just want a chance to check in with Sanchez and give him a boost of confidence. And Keenan Murphy shows bunt for the Knights. Got a 1-out runner on first, and there's the throw over to first base. Sanchez has a pretty good move over to first, so the Bishop O'Connell runners have to stay on their toes when they're on first base against Sanchez. And that's the outfield. Easy catch for center fielder. 2 down now in the second. O'Connell up by 2. Cuevas on first with a walk.
Number 2, Andrew Barber.
And that brings up Andrew Barber. Bishop O'Connell catcher. Batting 9th in the order. Just missed outside. Sanchez has had a couple of pitches get away from him, but overall he hasn't missed by much when he's throwing balls. But he's behind the count now, 2 balls, no strikes. And the throw home. Throw down to first. Ball gets away from the first baseman. Wilsava couldn't handle the throw. From Michael Morgan, and Cuevas is now down to second base with 2 outs. Good work by the right fielder, Devin Zavacki, in backing up the first baseman, getting the throw over and limiting Cuevas to only taking 1 base. But Barber's now hitting with a runner in scoring position. His team already up by 2 runs. Pop up, foul, over the backstop and out of play. Both teams have come out swinging tonight. And both pitchers are keeping the ball around the plate. There's a wild pitch. Gets away from Michael Morgan, and now we've got a runner at third. Still with 2 outs, though. So Barber probably looking to keep it on the ground and get it out of the infield. And Barber does not keep it on the ground, but he drives it down the right field line, and the Knights are now up 3-0. Some good hitting by Andrew Barber with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. That's not a stat that's in the standard box score, but if you're able to do that, you're contributing a lot to your team. So Barber comes through. And we're back to the top of the order with Tommy O'Donnell now. Barber still on at first base, 2 outs. There's the throw down to second, and he is safe. Ball got away from catcher Michael Morgan. Barber was not running on the pitch, but he took advantage of the wild pitch, and he's now at second base. So Tommy O'Donnell is hitting with a runner in scoring position in 2 outs. Pop up. Jason Volpicelli makes the catch, and we're through 1.5. And we are back for the bottom half of the second. Will Pickford on the mound for Bishop O'Connell Knights. And long and loud foul ball. Pickford pitching with a 3-run edge here as the PVI Panthers. Jason Volpicelli. And that grounder gets through the infield. Just out of reach of the Knight shortstop. And Volpicelli leads things off with a single. And that'll bring up Connor Bain in lineup today as the designated hitter. Pickford will keep an eye on Volpicelli. They're down by 3 runs. Volpicelli's not likely to run. And that's a hit batsman. So without even having to steal second base, Volpicelli trots down to second base. Connor Bain on first. So that brings up a tying run to the plate with no out in the bottom of the second.
Number 11, Graham Wright.
And Graham Wright will step in. Graham Wright, one of the seniors, plays third base for the Panthers. He shows bunt and takes strike one. Court Lawson, and then he'll be followed by Devin Savacki on deck. And Wright definitely showing bunt in this situation. Nobody out. He'd like to move the runners up and set up some run scoring opportunities for both Lawson and Savacki coming up later in the batting order. The pitch goes for a ball. And that bunt quickly goes foul at the third base line. Right, trying to keep the bunt on the ground, obviously. And try to make one of the corner infielders make the play, rather than bunting right back to the pitcher. Second, they're not holding Bain on at first. Quick conference on the mound. Between Andrew Barber and Will Pickford. Oh, that was a good-looking pitch. Just misses. And that ball just misses. Basically a breaking ball, but went off the plate. Graham Wright looking down to the third base coach for some instruction, but can't imagine they would have a play on here. I think they just want him to make sure it's in the zone and have it hard somewhere. A foul tip at the back. Runners return. A little ground ball foul, so the runners got a good jump on contact, but they'll return to the base. Wright is showing bunt, but he pulls the bat back, takes inside pitch. The runner was in motion, but it's ball four. So a single, a hit batsman, and now a walk after an extended at bat have loaded them up for the Panthers with no one out in the bottom of the second. And Court Lawson, the shortstop for the Panthers, now coming up. I've got my information. I think Lawson is only a sophomore. He steps up now with a great opportunity to get his team back in the game. And the O'Connell coach out for a mound conference. After O'Connell had a chance to talk it over, No bases loaded situation, which is about as tough a spot as any pitcher can find himself in. And Pickford will try to pitch out of it. It's early in the game, but I think the Knights would trade a run for an out here, possibly a double play for a run. Of course, Knights would rather get out of it unscathed. That goes for a strike. Breaking ball dropped into the strike zone. And this one just misses. Pickford was trying for a repeat performance. Didn't get the call from the ump this time around. Both Chris and Sanchez for PVI and Will Pickford. Bishop O'Connell. Can make some good pitches, but not that one. Another hit batsman brings in a run, and now the Panthers are down by 2.
Number 18, Denis.
So the pitcher side having a little bit of trouble with their control, but only really at times. He's made some good pitches, good location. And that goes for a strike. So still out. Still no out. Still bases loaded. And now the Panthers are down. See, there's a little flare over the head of the shortstop. That brings in one more run. Makes it a 3-2 game, so a little bloop single from Devin Zavacki, the right fielder for the Panthers. Picks up the RBI. And now the Panthers trail by only a run. And back at the top of the order, Willie McGugan, left fielder for the Panthers. Another foul ball back and out of the way. That pitch gets away, and the runners wisely hold. It's not extensive backstop here at Paul the 6th High School. Any kind of a carom like that one had, and the catcher did not have to go back very far to get the rebound. A little bit high and outside. And they go for a ball. Pickford's got to get in the strike zone. He doesn't have anywhere to put McGugan. And that single will drive in a run and drive in 2 runs. So PVI has taken the lead. People like to talk about a 2-out rally, but a no-out rally can be just as effective. So a 2-run single from Willie McGugan and Tyler Casagrande. Center fielder for the Panthers back up now. And that brings home another run. That brings home 2 runs. McGugan flew around the bases. And it is 6-3 PVI.
Number 7, Michael Morgan.
There are several pitches in this inning. Will Pickford wishes he could have back.
6.
And there's a catch for the first out of the inning. Center fielder Peter Kalevas for the Knights comes up with the fly ball.
34, Will Sullivan.
So Casagrande goes back to first. Will Sullivan now batting with 1 out, still a runner on board. And that goes for a strike, so Pickford doing a pretty good job in this game of first pitch strikes, but PVI has exploded. There's a quick throw down to first base. Casagrande's back safely. PVI has exploded for 6 runs here in the second inning. It's a very comfortable April evening. And both teams have come to play. And there's a throw down to second, but great jump from Casagrande. He easily steals second base. The bats have come alive for both teams here tonight. But he's being sent back to first base. Silva is out, so we've now got 2 outs. Bring up Jason Volpicelli. So Jason Volpicelli, who led off this inning. Good throw to first, runner back easily. Volpicelli led off with a single. Just past the glove of Knight shortstop. The Knight shortstop, so. 3-0 O'Connell lead has been erased, and now it's a 6-3. There goes the runner. Here's the throw down to second. Throw gets by. Second shortstop covering, and safe at third. Tyler Casagrande, some good base running. PVI brings speed to the game, and Casagrande just showed us some of that speed. Foul ball back and out of play. Low and outside for a ball. Rough inning for Pickford, but showing good poise and good focus and just trying to get now to this third out. Get out of here and let his team get a chance to come back. The walk and hit batsman early in the inning. Actually, 2 hit batsmen. And that's another walk. So that's really got him into trouble. The run-scoring single that started the rampage of runs was really just a little bloop single over the glove of the shortstop. And it looks like Pickford's going to be lifted. He has thrown a fair number of pitches already. For Pickford. Right after the pitching change, Luke Stivater comes in. 2 outs. Connor Bain at the plate. I'm sorry, 2 runners on board. Basically, runners at the corners. Connor Bain up, 2 out. Panthers have already come back with 6 big runs to take the lead here. And quick throw first. Shea on base for the 2nd time this inning. Has to dive, but he's back safely. And Stivader and Volpicelli having a little bit of a game going on here. Game within the game. Stivader trying to get out of this inning without having to face a batter. He's able to pick off Volpicelli. It will be Connor Bain leading off the next inning. Another throw over to first base. And hits the outside part of the plate for a strike. Nicely framed by Andrew Barber. High fly ball. And the catch is made, but not before PBI comes up with 6 big runs, take a 6-3 lead after 2. And that ball's been knocked around a bit. It's getting a rest. Back for the 3rd inning. The Bishop O'Connell bench. Actually, both benches are into this game. You know, when you get a ball game like this where a lot of runs get scored, and I think, you know, these teams could meet again next week. You could put Sanchez back out on the mound. You could put Pickford back out on the mound, and we could be scoreless after 6 innings. They both can make a lot of quality pitches, and they're both going to have nights like that. But in a ball game like this, the atmosphere on the dugout is just so much different. When both teams feel like they're getting up and getting good cuts and making good contact. You know, in a pitcher's duel, it's a little more quiet. You're really just looking for, you're studying the other pitcher. You're looking for some kind of a way to beat the pitcher. But in an offensive game like we're seeing tonight, the only thing you're looking for is how can you get up to bat faster. Another foul ball. The Knights jumped out to a lead. The Panthers came roaring back, and now they have a 6-3 advantage. Christian Sanchez gives up a walk with no out. Last pitch high and outside. Sanchez really does an excellent job of keeping the ball around the plate, so
Number 7.
that might have slipped or something coming out of his hand. And that brings up Will Liverpool. Liverpool will be playing baseball at West Virginia University next year. One of the seniors and Bishop O'Connell. And he's got Jack Profit, the left fielder, down at first base, and nobody out. Liverpool scored in the first inning. Nick Liverpool. And Profit's thrown out trying to steal. So the Panthers pick up their first out of the inning. Profit trying to steal second. Put himself in scoring position, but a great throw from Michael Morgan. All right, after a quick conference on the mound, Sanchez is still out there. To Will Liverpool. And that ball is caught by the shortstop. Nice play back on the outfield grass. Court Lawson came up with the catch, had it behind third base. And they stuck to the old baseball truism that a pop fly behind third base is shortstop's ball, and that was the shortstop's ball. Brings up Nick Liverpool with nobody on base, and Nick Liverpool's hit by a pitch, so he will not hit another home run, at least not this at bat. So Liverpool trots down to first base with 2 outs, and now the job that Michael Morgan did throwing out Jack Profit, trying to steal second, is looking like a big play in the inning. Because with the hit batsman, we would have had 2 runners on and only 1 out. Now James Julian will come up. Julian, first baseman for the Knights. Julian also pitches for Bishop O'Connell. He's in the lineup tonight at first base. And that's a called strike. Ball in the dirt. Morgan keeps it in front of him. Runner stays at first. Both catchers, Michael Morgan for PVI and Andrew Barber for Bishop O'Connell, showing some good glove skills behind the plate tonight. There have been a small number of pitches that have gotten away from both, but they keep balls in dirt in front of them. That's high in the air. And the center fielder makes the catch. Inning over. Bottom of the third, PVI, 6-3 lead. Luke Stivater. Stivater came in and got the out. Got his team out of that second innings. And PVI exploded for 6 runs. And Graham Wright showed bunt many times his last time at bat. Ended up being hit by a pitch. We'll try to get it going here in the third for the Panthers. And a foul ball. Wright seems to be something of a pull hitter. That's a fly ball. And the catch and the third out. I'm sorry, catch and the first out of the inning. So 1 down.
Number 9.
We're saying Graham Wright seems like a bit of a pull hitter. He his little foul balls. See Yelby going down the third base line. I think he even bunts. When he bunts, he pulls. So Court Lawson, the shortstop, made some good defensive plays in the game. He's going to come up with 1 out, nobody on. That ball is high. So far, Luke Stivater has retired both batters he's faced. Foul ball back and out of play. Pop up. And that's 2 outs. Nice catch. Outfield fly ball. So we've had runs in the first and second innings, but we're 1 out away from getting through the 3rd inning without any runs scored. Fly ball. And that's the inning. So after 3, PVI 6, O'Connell 3. All right, we are back for the ball game, and I am joined in the booth by Matt Sullivan. Matt, what do you think about the game so far?
Wow, there's been a lot of offense here. The bats have been alive and well.
And Christian Sanchez back out on the mound for PVI. Try to shut down the Bishop O'Connell Knights in this inning and work with the lead that he has. Big swing and a miss. I couldn't see whether the umpire called it a strike or not, so it looks like he might have held up.
All right, counts 2-2.
Edward Iser, left-handed hitter for the Knights. Little dribbler front of the mound. Sanchez makes the play.
Oh!
Ball gets past the first baseman, though. And Iser will end up at second base. He slides in safely.
Yeah, you know, sometimes those happen. You just got to learn to, shake it off as a fielder and get back in the game.
Yeah, the ball went about 10 feet, I think. Yeah. But he managed to get 180 feet out of running out of it, and he's at second base with nobody out. And that brings up Peter Kalivas, center fielder for the Knights.
Good.
And that's the first out of the inning. Center fielder Tyler Casagrande coming up with the catch. Iser's still on at second.
Number 5, Keenan Murphy.
And now Keenan Murphy will step in. And PVI wants a chance to talk it over. All right, the umpire coming out to break up the conference on the mound.
All right, it appears they're gonna keep him in.
Another lefty. A lot of lefties in the batting order for Bishop O'Connell.
I can really mix with the pitcher. You know, I'm expecting righties and you get a lot of lefties.
Outside, ball 1. Another ball outside. Runner in motion, little flare to the outfield. And Izard is in safely. Running on the pitch. Rounds third, comes home on a little flare single.
Wow, that's some quality base running. Fast guy out there.
So the single for Keenan Murphy puts him on at first. 1 out. And that'll bring up Andrew Barber, the catcher for the Knights. A lot of energy coming out of both dugouts right now. That always happens when PVI and Bishop O'Connell meet in any sport, let alone baseball.
Yeah, big rivalry here. Oh, caught in a pickle. And that'll be the second out of the inning.
So Murphy, we forgot to mention Murphy was able to take second. And the ball got away, so he tries to take third, not for the force play, and some good defense from PVI. Gets the second out of the inning and leaves Barber on at first in a fielder's choice.
Number 3, Tommy O'Donnell.
And now we're back to the leadoff hitter, Tommy O'Donnell. Right fielder for Bishop O'Connell. He looks at a strike. That pitch just missed. Sanchez does a good job of keeping the ball around the plate. And when he misses the strike zone, he doesn't miss by much usually.
Yeah, if I were a batter, some of those I'd definitely swing at.
Well, that's the thing I've been impressed by both teams. And the runner's in motion. And it got to the outfield, and so by being in motion, he stayed out of the force out. And we've got runners now on first and second with 2 out. I've been impressed by both teams, and you got to give credit to the coaching staff. Both teams, their hitters have a lot of patience at the plate. They work the count. They don't swing at balls outside the zone. And it looks like we're going to get a pitching change. So Sanchez, he got into trouble early, but he's been putting up a good effort through 4 innings here. And it'll be Jack Weeks coming in, a left-handed pitcher for PVI. We'll be back after he warms up. We're back. Jack Weeks facing Jack Profit. Two runners on, first and second. 2 out. Good pitch. Called strike.
Nothing fancy, but gets the job done. Steven Adamson warming up in the PVI Panther bullpen.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether he necessarily wants to get him in there early, or he doesn't. He certainly has confidence in Jack Weeks. Another good pitch, close though. But sometimes you might not have Weeks on a very high pitch count because both these teams play a lot of games in the season, and you got to keep your staff ready for the next game. Big swing and a miss, and that's the inning. All right, we are back. Matt, I think you were saying something about the need to manage your pitchers and not work them too long in any game.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the amount of offense earlier this game, you're not looking at the best game for pitchers. It's really been a game for the bats. So you want to switch up your pitchers, see if you can bring down the offense a little bit.
So Luke Stivater back out to work the mound. Foul ball back out of play. I think that's Willie McGugan up there for the Panthers. And that's low. Stivater came in relief of Pickford after PVI had put 6 on the board. So we're just talking about the patience both teams are showing at the plate. But particularly in a game like this one where a lot of crooked numbers are going up on the scoreboard, it can be easy to lose that patience, but to their credit, they're staying back and they're working the counts.
Yeah, I think that's definitely something that you don't see a lot in high school baseball, but it's a very experienced kind of move to work the count, foul ball, a couple balls away, and find the pitch that you like.
And that just missed. I've also been impressed by both catchers, Barber for O'Connell and Michael Morgan for the Panthers. They both do a good job of managing the game behind the plate. They both frame the pitch as well. And that's the first out of the inning.
Going back to those catchers, I always have tremendous respect for catchers. One of my cousins played for Bowdoin as a catcher, and I think he does a really good job, and it's a tough job.
It is a tough job. You get beat up a little bit back there. Fly ball. And that's the second out of the inning. Peter Kalavis making the catch out in center field for Bishop O'Connell. And that brings in Michael Morgan, the catcher for PVI, and he's going to be playing at James Madison University next year.
I'll be attending JMU. I hope to see him on campus.
And in fact, he's being joined by Liam McDonald, the left-handed pitcher for the Panthers, also going out to JMU. We haven't seen him in the game yet tonight.
It's great to see some Dukes out there.
Well, the Dukes, the Panthers rather, they could start a Panther alumni club in the JMU bullpen next year, because Kevin Kelly, who graduated a year ago from PVI, is already out there pitching for the Dukes. Ground ball. And that's a 1-2-3 inning. All right. Jack Weeks back out on the mound, trying to shut down this Bishop O'Connell offense. Got a lead to work with. We're just talking about Michael Morgan and Liam McDonald heading out to JMU, James Madison University, next year for baseball. There's a little flare, and that goes in for a single.
Yeah, I mean, that's the interesting thing about baseball. sometimes those little flares, will do you better than a really solid hit out to the outfield. Just because it's an easier catch.
That's right. Everything was like a solid line drive in the box score if it's a hit. And we saw an inning or so ago, a little dribbler about 10 feet in front of the plate ended up in effect a double. So now Nick Liverpool steps in. Liverpool homeward in the first inning to give O'Connell an early lead. And he's up once again with a runner on base. Quick conference on the mound. So Jack Weeks, lefty for the PVI Panthers, facing Nick Liverpool in the lineup tonight as a designator. There's a quick throw to first base, runner back safely.
Just keep him light on his toes, and especially because he's a left-handed pitcher, he can do that.
And that's high and goes for a ball. Yeah, we're just talking about the couple players from the current PVI team heading out to James Madison University, and there's already got another PVI alumni out there. And that's a walk. So a couple runners on now.
I mean, obviously they didn't intentionally do it, but he's homer in the first. He's already got some offense. Maybe that might be the right move.
Yeah, they're not going to give him something easy to hit. They should be concerned about his bat. And when you get colleges that start to maybe sign players coming out of particular high school, like with PVI, and there's a little bunt, Weeks can't handle it, and everybody's safe. So Weeks couldn't come up with the ball. He might have wanted to grab that one barehanded, but that's always a tough call for an infielder, anyone fielding. And no one is out yet in the inning, and the bases are loaded.
This is where it gets dangerous now. Runs get scored.
And we're getting a designated runner as James DeJulian sits down. I couldn't get a look at who they brought in to run for James DeJulian, but
Number 18, Ed Iser.
and that brings up Ed Iser. All right, so Weeks taking a moment to think it over. And a big opportunity for Edward Iser. Iser, the slow dribbler in front of the plate, ended up on second base last inning. And that's a little bit high, a little bit outside. Another pitch outside. Weeks is being a little bit cautious with him, but he's got nowhere to put him. Bases are full. Big swing, a little foul ball. You see the Liverpool brothers in second and third. And it's Mitch K running at first base. We got that wrong a little while ago. Mitch K came in to run for James DeJulian. And that brings in a run. So the walk forces in a run. And Peter Kalevas, the center fielder, now coming to bat. High fly ball. So when you get the catch, but basically there's one out now. And the runners stay put. Keenan Murphy now back up.
Number 5, Keenan Murphy.
A little bit less pressure on Weeks right now with a one out. Infield double play will keep the Knights off the scoreboard. We'll see if they can pull it out. Good pitch, good strike. That's low and away. Looked like Weeks may have been trying to throw the same pitch that got the strike, but he missed wide. And that's high and misses. It's 3-1.
Yeah. Tough count for a pitcher.
But good count for Keenan Murphy at the plate. Bases loaded, only one out. You saw Nick Liverpool, and that's a walk. Ball 4 goes high, and another run trots home for Bishop O'Connell.
Yeah, Weeks just got to refocus.
Still one out, and I think this could be a pitching change. Yeah, Coach Bill Emerson making a call to the pen. And that's Steven Adamson, was warming up, coming into pitch. He's a submariner. Back after this.
Pitching for the Panthers, number 17, Steven.
So Adamson in. Still only one out. Base is still loaded. And Andrew Barber, the catcher for the Knights, steps in.
All submariners have to throw the batter off a little bit, don't you think?
Oh, they do. They can, and often they'll become effective closers because that's not a look that you see during the rest of the game. And at the high school level, there are relatively few submariners. So you could easily have hitters coming up for a team who have never stood in against a submarine pitcher before at that level.
Or if they have, very rarely.
Right. But it's ball 4, another run for the Knights. We'll be back after this. So Adamson only lasts one hitter. Back after this.
Pitching for the Panthers, number 11, Graham Wright.
All right, so Graham Wright, who's been playing third base most of the game, is now into pitch. A little bit longer warm-up time because he's not coming in from the bullpen.
Number 3, Tommy O'Donnell.
And we're back to the top of the order for Bishop O'Connell, Tommy O'Donnell. Right fielder stepping in.
Top of The other guys can be dangerous. They can bring in some runs.
And that's a called strike. PVI pitching, having a lot of trouble with their control this inning. That's not very common for them. And Bishop O'Connell's taking advantage and put some runs on the board. See the runners on at second and third. Pitch from right. Just misses. Ball gets away, but doesn't go very far. Nobody advances.
This would be Wright's last year.
Oh, he's a senior.
Yes.
Yeah, he's on the senior team, yeah.
Seems like he's built up a little bit of versatility. Pitch, play third base.
And Morgan wants to come out and talk to Graham Wright.
I'm like in the movie Bull Durham. I don't think they'll be talking about what's for dinner.
Just give him a little reassurance, and Jack Profit stepping in for the Knights. You know, we talked about the players on both teams have signed letters in college, but it wouldn't surprise me at all. Swing and a miss for strike one. If a number of players on both teams end up walking on and making some college baseball teams, because they definitely can make contributions. I think the college talent on these teams goes beyond just the few that have signed letters of commitment. Pitch is low for a ball.
Yeah, I mean, speaking about that, the way that Wright's been pitching with that last batter, maybe he should consider walking on, sent to a team in college.
And that's high. So some of the struggle to throw strikes continues for this PVI pitching staff here in this inning. Ball four. Brings home another run. Profit down at first. Will Liverpool coming up to bat.
Number 7, Will Liverpool.
And that gets called for a strike. The pitch goes low.
Wright's in a tough spot right now. Hopefully he can get out of this inning.
And a quick foul. Wright might be trying to place his pitches too much rather than just throwing. And that brings home a run. And a second run. So the sharp single to right field puts 2 more on the board for Bishop O'Connell. And Nick Liverpool stepping up to hit. And I think we're going to get a pitching change. So it'll be all for Graham Wright. Carter Spivey coming in to pitch.
Been a tough inning.
So the big inning for Bishop O'Connell continues.
Spivey put him away.
They've taken the lead and added to their lead, and they're up 10-6 now here in the top of the 5th. And the runner holds at third.
Yeah, that might be a smart move. The catchers have been doing a really good job tonight keeping them hold of the ball.
Yeah, they keep things in front of them as much as possible. Hard to score on. And sometimes in baseball you just get lucky. We've had a pitch get away from a catcher earlier in the game. It hit the backstop pretty hard and bounced almost perfectly back to the catcher. So nobody advanced on that one. Sometimes the backstop is the catcher's best friend. Big swing and a miss. The inning finally over, but O'Connell takes a 10-6 lead. Bottom of the 5th. Called strike 1 to Will Salva, one of the seniors on the Panther team. Luke Stivader now pitching with a lead. And a 4-run lead at that, so you can definitely throw strikes and rely on his defense behind him. Barber wants a moment to talk it over. Nobody on, nobody out. Salva trying to get something going. Long fly ball. And he's going to end up at second base. Sorry we didn't get it with the cameras, but Salva leads off the bottom of the 5th here with a double.
It's a good start for the Panthers.
Pitch goes high to Jason Volpicelli. Volpicelli will be at Washington Lee University next year, signed a letter of commitment this spring.
Washington Lee's a very good school.
And that pitch got away, so Salva takes third. It's only the 5th. Stivator's got a reason to be worried about the run at third, but with a 4-1 lead, he probably should be focused on the hitter more than anything else. Pop up, out of play. Breaking pitch goes low. Their pop foul over the backstop. A little on the cool side here tonight on the PVI campus. And this game has already gone later than most games, and we're only in the 5th inning. So Volpicelli trying to pick up a run here. And he's called strike 3. Some good breaking ball pitches from Luke Stivator. And he gets the first out of the inning.
I saw a little smile as he came back to the mound. Can't resist that after throwing such a good pitch.
Yep. That's one of those situations where you probably want to remember that pitch because it froze Volpicelli at the plate. If he faces Volpicelli again, that'll be a good pitch to throw for an out pitch. And Connor Bain will now try to get Will Salva home from third. Big swing and a miss.
Yeah, I mean it's such a good pitch though. Like you can't, either or. It's just he did such a good job.
But that was such a big swing. It's like he's trying to hit a grand slam. There's only one runner on base. So it doesn't work that way.
It's like another meeting to the mound. Talk things
Yeah,
over.
they could be having some confusion over their pitch signals. I don't know offhand how much they've worked together this season, Stivator and Barber. Strike 3, so 2 called strikeouts. Caught looking both times, and Stivator, an impressive job of pitching here with a runner on third and nobody out. He's got 2 outs.
Big grin from him. He's looking calm and focused, ready for the next batter.
And definitely pleased. So Graham right now is up. And that goes high. Ball 1. Missed outside, so he's behind the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Wright's a good hitter. He may be trying to pitch around him. There's a called strike. I don't know. I'm not sure what pitch he's throwing. But but he seems to push it out there and gets good movement on it.
Yeah, all I know is whatever it is, it's working really well.
But that one goes low, so 3-1 now. Outside, ball 4. So runners at the corners with 2 out. O'Connell up by 4, but it's only the 5th inning. And Court Lawson, the shortstop for the Panthers, stepping in.
Number 9, Court Lawson.
All right, now they're talking it over. I'm not sure what they're talking about. With 2 outs, defense, infield defense is pretty straight up. You just get the sure out. All right, we'll get back to baseball now.
Number 9, Court Lawson.
And Court Lawson now trying to bring at least 1 run home this inning for the Panthers. Leadoff double. He took third on when the ball got away from the catcher. And the first pitch is low for a ball. Salva's been out at third base for a while now. He's just itching to get home. Up the middle. And the run is scored, so a sharp single up the middle. Put runners on at first and second with 2 out. Will Salva trots home for the Panthers' 7th run.
Number 18, Sullivan.
Called strike 1. And that's a good case of framing the pitch. Hit the outside corner, and Andrew Barber made sure the umpire saw it that way. Ground ball to third.
Oh, little trouble.
And he's called out. All right, so the 5th inning ended. The Panthers picked up a run. Here, let's see an instant replay on that call at third.
Fumbles it.
Will Liverpool doesn't field it cleanly, but right there he looks like he's got the foot on the bag and he's got the ball. We can't really tell for sure from that angle, but it looked like he probably did get the out.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a great recovery. You know. It's a great recovery to come through and get the ball, get the out.
Yeah, that's the value, just keeping the ball in front of you if you don't field it cleanly. You can still make the force out at third. Looks like that one got away from him. So Carter Spivey back out to work for the Panthers. And James Julian leading off here for Bishop O'Connell. The lead is now 3, and we're in the 6th. Foul ball. Good effort by the Panthers, but they can't catch up with it.
Yeah, I mean, that catcher was up quicker than I could realize there was a fly ball. Good job by him.
Yeah, Morgan plays a good game behind the plate. Good defensive catcher. Fly ball to left. Nice catch. So Devin Zavacki in right field for the Panthers was hit right at him, which can often be the toughest line drive to try to pick up where it's going to go. He held back like he's supposed to and had to come in at the last minute. Not exactly a shoestring catch, maybe like a kneecap catch, we'll call it.
Yeah, solid catch. Good read, good reaction.
Edward Iser, who's been on base a couple times in the game so far. Standing in against Carter Spivey. Spivey's got some heat. He comes in with a good fastball. Big swing. Drop third strike. Throw down to first. Gets the runner.
Looks like the Panthers are going to make sure that no more runs get scored this game. Doing a good job on defense.
Yeah, they've played a good defensive game. The biggest problem has been some timely hitting by the Knights, and then a half inning of struggle finding the plate. Walked in several runs, and now they're down by 3. So Peter Kalevas, the center fielder, with 2 down and nobody on. Near the top of the 6th. So the home plate umpire checking on lineup and checking on something. And we'll take a moment here.
Looks like we're going to return to this game here.
Yeah. Somebody need to remind the ump this is late and it's a weeknight. But swing and a miss. Now I was talking earlier about them not chasing balls out of the zone. That's an example where they did.
Yeah, I'm going back to it's a weeknight, but it is a beautiful night for baseball.
It is definitely a beautiful night for baseball. Just a touch on the cool side. But that is definitely a swing that Kalevas, I think, would like to have gotten back. The ball was about halfway between the knees and the ground. And he did not hold up, and that's strike 3. Quick half inning. We haven't seen many of them this game. It's bottom of the 6th with PVI down by 3 with Willie McGugan stepping in. McGugan First out of the inning. Good hit, but just a fly ball to left field.
Now we are down to 19, number 13, Tyler Casagrande.
And Tyler Casagrande will step in.
Yeah.
Center fielder for the Panthers.
It's always tough. You get some good contact on it, but just doesn't reach for the home run, so it makes it easy for the left fielder.
Yeah, they're playing him pretty straight away. They're not really guarding the line, even though it is late in the game, and that put him in a good position to make the catch. Casagrande fouls one back and out of play. Ooh, just missed a little bit high. Looked like he took something off that pitch and just missed the strike zone. And Stivater gives up a walk, so a one-out walk. Casagrande trots down to first base.
Number 7, Michael.
And Michael Morgan, catcher for the Panthers now. Number 3 hitter in their batting order tonight. Will step in. And the Panthers will try for a one-out rally. Good throw to first. That almost got him.
Yeah. Especially since he's a right-handed batter, he has to make a quick turn there, and he executed it perfectly.
High to the outfield. Can't come up with the catch. Runner safe at second. So the infield fly was not in effect, which meant Casagrande had to play it halfway, and some quick base running by him avoids the force out. There might have been some confusion over who called for the ball. Second baseman or center fielder, but it kind of fell between them. And now we have a couple runners aboard with one out.
It's like they're going to come to the mound and talk it out.
No, I think it's a pitching change. So that's all for Stivater. Back after this. All right, so James Julian is in to pitch now for O'Connell with 1 out, 2 on. And Will Salva stepping in, representing the tying run at the plate. And that drops in. And they still get the out at third. So an almost identical play, only this time in left field. It falls between the two fielders, but because of the force at third, they're able to pick up an out.
Yeah, again, sometimes that recovery from, missing something and then being able to recover and, make the play is more impressive sometimes than just making the play. So good job.
And Jason Volpicelli standing in now with 2 outs. Still 2 runners on. And the runner's in motion. The ball gets away. And both runners will move up.
Pivotal moment here for PVI. Hopefully, see if they can get some runs in.
Yeah, they've got a couple runners in scoring position now, but there's 2 outs. And it looks like a designated runner. So PVI is sending a runner for Will Salva.
Yeah, big moment. Want to make sure you can get the guys home.
So Volpe does not have sacrifice fly as an option. He's got to just get a base hit to get these runs home. But he's got ducks on the pond. And he's already shown in the game he can make good contact with the ball. Good fastball, but low for ball one. Low again. And that goes for a strike.
That must be a relief, Tim. Get right back in the count.
Low, ball four, and the bases are loaded.
2 outs with Connor Bain coming up and representing the go-ahead run. Yeah, as I said earlier, just pivotal moment for PVI. They could really take advantage right here. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, getting that out at third when the fly ball to left fell in between the players. Huge play by Bishop O'Connell. And it is just goes for a foul ball.
Oh, that's probably a sigh of relief for PVI. That would have been too easy of an out.
Well, I think Connor Bain knew it. I think it came down and might have hit his foot after it hit the bat, which I think makes it a foul ball, so he didn't even start to run to first. To Julian, nowhere to put the hitter. The bases are loaded. That's in the air. Right field. And just fouled. Tommy O'Donnell couldn't come up with the catch. It looked like he might have been turned around and trying to go after it, but it is a foul ball. So a long foul ball. And Connor Bain back to the plate now. Still trying to drive in a couple of runs. And that's strike three. Inning over. Okay, we'll roll into the top of the 7th inning. We've got O'Connell up by 3 runs. And we have Keenan Murphy leading off against Carter Spivey. And I realize we've been showing you the visitor bleachers. Just because of our camera angle, you've got a good shot of the visitor bleachers along the first base line, which this whole game. We don't have a good camera location to show you the PVI bleachers, and then in addition, there are a large number of outfield seats, which actually are quite a number of fans are out there tonight. So this is actually a pretty well attended game, and I apologize, our camera locations are coming up short in being able to give you a sense of that. I hope you've been able to hear some of the chatter coming from the stands. And certainly a lot of energy coming from the benches. So, Keenan Murphy, second baseman for the Knights. Several left-handed bats in the Bishop O'Connell lineup. Can keep it interesting for the PVI pitchers, trying to get through the lineup and get 3 outs. That's in the air, and it just falls in. And Murphy will end up at second base. So Willie McGugan had to run a long way to come in for the ball. And it was just a classic tweener, a little bloop single. And O'Connell threatening to add to the 3-run lead. And that will bring up Andrew Barber, catcher for the Knights. He's had a good game defensive behind the plate. And now he's looking to do some damage with his bat. Gets a bunt down, but it goes foul. Not a very good pitch to try to bunt. It was probably a little bit out of the zone on the high side. And actually, Barber did a good job of getting the bat on top of it to avoid a pop out that might have ended his at bat. So he shows bunt again, pulls back and takes ball 1. And Barber wants a chance to confer with the third base coach. With 1 strike, the bunt could still be on. And Barber's showing bunt before the pitcher even begins his delivery. He takes ball 2. So Keenan Murphy taking his lead off second base. Murphy, bloop hit and excellent base running by Murphy to leg it out to make it a double. Good hustle right out of the box. From the hitter's perspective, when you hit that ball, it might even feel just like an infield pop, and you'll be easily retired. But it was enough out into the outfield between the fielders, and by hustling out of the box, Murphy ended up on second base. And that's ball 3. Now it calls for strike. He didn't pull the bat back quickly enough, and we have 1 out here in the 7th. Top of the order, Tommy O'Donnell, right fielder for the Knights. Now he gets a shot to drive Murphy home from second base and pick up an insurance run here. And ball's in the dirt. There goes the run down to third. And he's just in under the tag, so Murphy advances to third base with 1 out. Good aggressive base running by Keenan Murphy. Morgan kept the ball in front of him, made a good throw down to third, but it was just enough of a lead that Murphy was able to get off second, that he was able to get under the tag. Close play. And that's a strike to Tommy O'Donnell. So the Knights now with an opportunity on a sacrifice fly. Pick up an extra run. And time was called before the pitch was thrown, so that'll be a do-over. PVI, the Panthers have some good hitters coming up in the bottom of the 7th, so any runs Bishop O'Connell can add here in the top of the 7th. Would probably come in handy. And it's a foul ball out of play. The way tonight has been going, it's a hitter's night. So a 3-run lead doesn't feel so big at this point. And that's in the dirt. Good job by Morgan keeping it in front of him. No chance to score from third. So Carter Spivey, good fastball. And you got good control of that fastball and just trying to get a couple of outs. Ball 4, runners at the corners. So a 1-out walk. Brings up Jack Profit. Oh no, I think he's getting called back. All right, so Tommy O'Donnell had the wrong count in mind. And they are checking, and the umpire has called O'Donnell back. So no, we still have 1 out, but we only have a runner on third base, and Tommy O'Donnell will have to get his bat back. And PVI taking advantage of the delay while O'Donnell comes back to the plate to have a rather impromptu conference on the mound. They could be talking through a little bit of defense, dealing with the runner on third. They're not really in a position to trade a run for an out, trailing by 3. So it's kind of you need good decision making by your infielders. If they're confident they can get the run at home, they go for that out. And if they feel like they don't have a shot on the play, if the ball's hit too slowly. Long fly ball. He got him at home. Inning double play. Great defense from the Panthers. All right, bottom of the 7th, last call for the Panthers. James DeJulian on the mound for Bishop O'Connell. Trying to close it out. He's got a 3-run lead here. We've had lean changes, we've had big innings, and we've had some exciting baseball throughout as these two arch rivals seem to produce exciting. Long drive. That is down. Gets past it's down to the corner. Graham Wright rounding second. And Wright is in safely to third with a leadoff triple to start the bottom half of the 7th inning. So his team might be down by 3. But Graham Wright, third baseman, senior for the Panthers, starts it off with a triple and gets the crowd excited. So DeJulian, a little conference on the mound. Andrew Barber back behind the plate. And Court Lawson, the shortstop for the Panthers now. Steps in. Chance to drive home a run and cut the lead to 2. Little grounder back to the mound. Good defense from DeJulian. He looked the runner back at third. Got the out at first, so now there's 1 out with a runner on third. And DeJulian still has a 3-run lead to work with. Devin Zavacki. He's played a solid game defensively in right field for the Panthers tonight. He's up with 1 out. And Graham Wright just 90 feet away at third base. And that's low for a ball. These teams always bring a lot of energy when they match up, and both teams and their fans have had a lot to cheer for. 10-7 right now. Bishop O'Connell on top, bottom of the 7th. That's a strike. Zavacki trying to reach base, pick up a run maybe. And keep the rally going. Only 1 out, ball outside. And that's inside for a walk, so Julian gives up the walk. Brings the tying run to the plate with 1 out. And Zavacki down at first, and Willie McGugan, the left fielder now, steps in, leadoff hitter. And the catcher and the pitcher sorting something out. We're back ready to play now. McGugan, chance to cut the lead to 2. Close pitch, just missed the inside part of the plate, goes for a ball. Julian doing a good job of keeping the ball off the middle part of the plate, and he's just missing on some of these balls. Zavacki at first, not a very big lead. He would like to stay out of the double play ball, but he definitely wants to avoid being picked off. That one goes for a strike at the knees, so he caught the corner on that. Inside corner of the plate on that pitch. To Julian trying to shut down the Panther rally. And that hit McGugan, so the bases are loaded with 1 out. Julian gets a fresh baseball. I think he took back the ball that been hit the batter. And with the bases loaded, Bishop O'Connell wants a moment to talk over their defense. It's also a good opportunity for the team to remember they've got a 3-run lead. The math works in their favor. They will trade a run for an out in this situation. And they need 2 outs to close out the victory. So Barber back to the catcher's spot. The Julian's still on the mound.
Number 13, Tyler Casagrande.
And Tyler Casagrande, the center fielder for the Panthers, stepping in with a great opportunity to help his team. They've got the bases loaded, only 1 out. Casagrande looking for a base hit. And at the very least, trying to avoid a ground ball double play. Casagrande hits in the very double plays. He's got good speed on the bases, so tough guy to double up, but and that goes for a strike. After a walk and a hit batsman, most hitters would come up and look at the first pitch. You want to make the Julian throw a strike. And he's done that. Big swing and a miss, so Casagrande quickly down 0-2 in the count. Julian gets the sign. Pitching out of the stretch. Little chopper. Goes to shortstop. And safe at first. So a bloop infield hit. Casagrande, with that speed we were just talking about, beats it out. The Panthers pick up a run. And now it's a 10-8 ball game. Bases still loaded, still only one out. The ball was just enough of a little bloop infield flare that the Bishop O'Connor shortstop unable to get the out. Foul ball back and out of play. Bases loaded for Michael Morgan, the catcher for the Panthers. Winning run on at first base. The tying runs both in scoring position with the bases loaded. And that goes for a strike. The best thing James DeJulian has been doing in this situation is he's focused on the hitter. He's couple of hits, a walk, a triple, all these things have not gone his way, but he's quickly put it behind him and he stays focused on the hitter. There's a high. And that's 2 outs. Shortstop went out to the outfield grass and made the catch. So DeJulian now 1 out away from getting out of the jam and closing out the win. As I was just saying, the best thing he's done is stay focused on his next pitch and not worry about what just happened. If pitching is a lot like a lot of things in sports where you want to have an excellent long-term memory and you want to have 0 short-term memory. Whatever happened, and it's gone. And DeJulian's locked in on the next hitter. And that goes for a strike on the inside part of the plate. Julian doing a good job not giving the hitters much to work with. Ground ball, first base. Unassisted, and that's the ball game. So James DeJulian lets the bases get loaded, but he comes away with the save. Bishop O'Connell, 10. Paul the 6th, 8. Thanks for watching.